Yeah, just thought I'd make this little video. We just got back home last night from Vegas, spending 10 days in Las Vegas. Took my mom out there, sent her off in style type of thing. Gambled. Planet Hollywood was pretty horrible. Started off the trip by Budget not giving me the car that we ordered 2.5 months prior to that. We ordered a special brand, so that my mom could get in and out, because we knew we had a wheelchair and we had her getting in and out. So it ended up causing a little problem for her to get in and out, but that was the first problem with Budget. Get to Planet Hollywood, ordered a room with a strip view, king bed 2.5 months ago. Get there, don't have the room we ordered, don't have the view we ordered, even though I had it, confirmation number. Trying to get out of the parking garage. I wouldn't recommend staying at Planet Hollywood just because of the parking garage, unless you're a platinum or above member. Even though I was supposed to get free parking. Tried to get out, my card wouldn't work at the gate, wouldn't work going into the gate. Ended up having to pay $50 between 2 days just until I got my card working. Then I finally got card working at the gate. I think there was a problem with the gate or something of that nature. It's not owned by Planet Hollywood, so it's a separate Ace parking. Then I get my charges for my room, and the casino charged me $18 a day, knowing they got my planner's card and it's free parking. Had to make several phone calls to get that taken care of, so wasn't real happy with my Planet Hollywood stay. So that's kind of a little tip for anybody watching my videos or anything that's going on, so that kind of stay away. Even though Caesars did try to comp me some rooms, it ended up costing me like $500 almost, even though they comped me a couple, being a platinum member, and they messed me up, so I wasn't too happy with that part. Get prepared. They charge you for any of the hotel stuff. They charge you, Caesars did, or not Caesars, but Planet Hollywood charged me room fees, even though I got the rooms comped, and tax on the amount of money that the rooms were originally at. Where when I went to the M, which is off the strip about 20 minutes, a little less paced casino, I did not have that problem. They comped pretty much my entire stay and gave me free food and stuff like that. So the M was nice. It was not really as many newer games and stuff. It's a 10-ish year old casino, like official hotel of the Raiders type of thing, if you like the Raiders. So I actually left the M even from where I started there, but I really was up from there, because I went and did some high limit pulls with my family members, and what I spent there I won back at the M. So the M wasn't bad. The Cosmos took us for some, but it out of 2 times there, 1 time I won, went back in and gave it back, and then the next the high limit pull I didn't have no luck. The strip itself packed. A lot of rude people. My mom was in a wheelchair. We went up to see the fountain at the Bellagio, and I pushed her up into the front and was sitting there. She couldn't stand up until the fountains come on, so she was sitting in the chair, and we had people just come right up in front of her and push their way in front and kind of block her view, so she couldn't film it and stuff for her husband. And kind of couldn't see the whole thing like she should. It seemed like there was a lot of rude people out there. It's just a whole different atmosphere. Now, the view, I can't talk about the view. If I was going to Vegas and didn't have a lot of money, I'd definitely stay out of the casinos and drive over to Grand Canyon West. They have a skywalk. The drive out was about 2 hours and 25 minutes. It was kind of expensive to get in, but the view, walking out there, the glass floor, you'll never see anything like it in your life. And the drive out to the Grand Canyon West was It was just magnificent. You were driving around, it looked like you were just, the world was painted around you. It was so beautiful. So that's a good thing to go out there. Definitely make your trip worth. If you're going to Vegas, definitely go out to the Grand Canyon West, for sure. At least makes the trip and the money you're going to spend to get out there a lot better, because you at least seen something. I didn't make it to the Hoover Dam. I'm not really a dam person. Other little tips with the budget rental, we ordered the car with plane tickets, and ended up it was $900 and some to rent a car for 9 days. But there was added trips. We paid that. We got to budget, and there was another $250 deposit on top of the $900, and then they charged $83 to fill it up after the fact. So that was definitely something a little different than, I always feel a business, if you're renting something, you're paying for that stuff up front. You get out there, they don't tell you anything about it, and there was, another $325 or $35 that you couldn't. I mean, I could spend it. You get the $250 deposit back, but you could have spent that money somewhere else. Especially when I don't understand about a deposit when I paid for the insurance on the vehicle, so it was a little bit definitely. I would say you got to watch out for that stuff and make sure you bring extra than what you think, because this trip, just rough numbers, was for 3 people. I mean, we ended up spending like $12,000, and the majority of that, between all 3 of us, and what I gave my mom to play bingo and gamble and stuff, might have been, we might have lost $4,000 between all of us, something like that, gambling. Good, have a good time. You're going out there to have a good time, so. But you just don't go out to Vegas to win. Of course, I say Vegas is like that. Some people go out. We did see a few big wins with people betting $50 and things like that. But the overall experience in Vegas was 1 out of 10 trips to the casino, a casino or whatnot. That's about, I'd say 9 days. I gambled nine nights and 9 days, and one of those days I had a good session at the end that brought me back a little bit out of 1 out of 10. So, but the casinos all around, the casinos in Dayton, Hollywood and Dayton, Miami Valley Gaming, all the Hollywood stuff, have really gotten horrible, so much that I'm taking a break. I'm going to give up the gambling for a little while. I've got thousands of videos still that I'm going to post. I still have between 2 phones that I've got enough basically casino videos to post for another year. So that I just wanted to kind of make some do's and don'ts of what not to do. I will tell you, if you have a family member that has an oxygen condenser, if they have to have it, we run into problems. We got it working, but we run into some problems where my mom dropped hers. She had to have it. Can't get them anywhere without a prescription. She didn't have a prescription for the medical stuff that she's going through. They wouldn't prescribe her oxygen for reasons I won't discuss, but they wouldn't prescribe her oxygen. So you might take a spare condenser, portable condenser, just in case something quit. If you were taking a family member, I've seen a lot of family members out there. Their family brought them out, and they were gambling and stuff and had it. So I just thought I'd bring that up. You can't get one quickly anywhere out there, and if they need it, it was risky. I was worried. So that was another thing, but. Pretty much the stores, every place you go, food is absolutely crazy. One of the main mistakes that we made when we first got there, they tell you the alcohol's free, then they tell you it's not free no more. All around the casinos, I had trouble getting served. Very few waitresses, they'll give you the beer, liquor, whatever you want if you're gambling, but they don't have enough servers. I think that's part of the problem. They don't have enough servers to keep up. So then that makes you go up to the bar. I went up to the bar and got a Bloody Mary and 2 Bud Lights, and it was $40, a little over $40, $43. And I was like, aren't they supposed to be free? And he said, if you come up here, the bar's separate. And I said, well, how can I get a beer if nobody comes around? And they're like, well, we're not tied to it, so you'll just have to sit where there's a waitress and get one. So kind of seemed like another racketeer type of thing, so they don't have to serve you as much. The girls work, the ones that were there, but if they ain't got enough, then it keeps their alcohol costs down. Points wise, the pin play, I will no longer gamble at any place that has pin play, which was the M. It was decent, but the points for the amount of money, 4 days of gambling, I got 600 points. And I was gambling pretty decent, so the comps ain't worth it no more for any casinos, even though, all these players that make these videos tell you, use your player's card. Well, everybody tells me that it doesn't do anything. I have better luck when I don't use my player's card, but I do think, and people are going to argue, but post comments, you got that player's card. Think about when you go into the casino and you put your player's card in there, it registers up. Their computer system, and I don't know how they all work exactly, but I've paid attention to it. Their computer, tell me why they couldn't monitor and tell you your gambling habits. Typically, they know if you go to gamble and you seem to win at first, you'll give it back and then give what you brought to bring if you win at first and you plan to go there. So I seem to always win when I first get there. And tell me if anybody else has that issue. And then if you really want to have fun, you end up giving it back and then some. So it's a type of, I think, a racketeer, all of it. So, and part of this trip to Vegas was really because I'm cutting off the gambling. It's really not done me any good. I could have invested that money in crypto or the stock market and done way better than going to the casino. I know it's fun, or supposed to be fun, but when you go to the casino and you can gamble with $2,000 and get 3 bonuses, it's unheard of, and that's what it seems to be like. So if you're experiencing the same thing, post it, type of thing, or not post it, but leave a message, comment, whatever. I like to get everybody's insight, but that's a little bit of the stuff that I run into. There is some places out there that you can't eat cheap. Hell's Kitchen was nice. It was very expensive. 2 people tip, $250. Crazy. For food that a normal man doesn't eat. So the waiter had to actually make me a special little dish up because nothing looked good to me. But it was something my wife did. So you're in Vegas, you're going to have a good time. You just pay it and go on. But it is definitely an expensive place. There's, Hell's Kitchen, but there's a Gordon Ramsay burger in almost every casino. So it kind of takes away from the whole experience of going to a Gordon Ramsay type of thing. But other than that, the plane ride, I never flew before. The plane rides was good. I flew with Southwestern. It was expensive, but we got business class tickets on the way there. It was not sold out, so we wasted money on the business class tickets because half the plane was empty, so it just was a waste of money on the way out. We didn't have it on the way back, which is when we should have, Sunday morning. So that was full. Me and the wife didn't get a sit together, not getting it on the way back. So all that, everything else, the trip, for my mom and all that stuff, good memories made, good time as far as that goes. It just wasn't happy gambling as far as most places any there. I don't care to give a casino money. I just want to be able to gamble for a while. I think most people are like that. So, like they say, it's if you gamble an hour and you have $100, the casino keeps like 15% of that or something. Well, everywhere I go anymore, it just seems like, not just Vegas or anywhere, it just seems like, I mean, you don't get 10 minutes for an hour or for $100 or whatnot. So just going to back off for a little while. It kind of seems like the stock market and gambling is, I don't know whether the casinos invest money. So when the stock's down, they start to tighten themselves up. It kind of seems like it goes hand in hand, but anybody else see that, leave a comment. I want to know. Some people think I'm a little off when it comes to some of this stuff, but if they tell you the machines aren't or predetermined, they're on a wheel, they're random. How many of you people been at? I like Planet Moolah per se, and I was gambling with my buddy / cousin, and both my machine and the machine across of it on a cluster of 4 hit the Unicow at the exact same time. It's not a chance. There's not a chance. The Unicow is a rare thing, and if the machines were random, they would not hit both of them at the same time. So, I mean, people tell me, and they think, I tell them, and they look at me like I'm crazy. You guys leave a comment. Am I crazy? Like, I see this stuff when I go to the casino. I see clusters. I try to listen to the casino where the hot spots are, and sometimes if you see a hot bank and you sit down, it does good. Well, how is that? If the machines don't change, if they can't change the machine, why does one part of the casino get noisy and the other part quiet up? Why does it seem like it moves around in sections? Well, my theory is the casinos have to pay across the board a certain percentage out. So it's not per machine, it's across the board is how I got it figured. I may be wrong. If the casino takes in X amount of dollars and pays out this X amount of dollars and it's in that 15% window, I don't know the actual regulation, but let's just say it's in that 15% window, you could sit there and play one machine that has the pots full, triple pot, put $500 in, not get a single bonus, and then go over to another machine that doesn't have any pots filled and it pops right away. There's different, that's that perceived progression, but $500 should pop a damn bonus. Whether it pays out or not, it should pop a bonus. I mean, it just seems like they've got some machines taking 90% and giving back 15, and some machines taking 15 and giving back 90, but I think it's across the board. So that's some tips and some experience stuff that I had going out to Vegas. It was a good time. The biggest thing I could suggest, if you go have fun, set limits per day, wait for the beer, don't buy the alcohol. If you are gambling, sit down at the machine, bet 50 cents, bet 30 cents, let the teller come over and get you that beer and get up and move, get that free beer, take that casino because they're taking you. So do those little things. Don't go up to the bar, buy food or buy beer or alcohol for sure, because it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Just remember, everywhere you go, they got their hand out for a tip. So it doesn't even matter. They've got a tip jar where they don't do nothing but serve you subs. So just FYI. So that was my experience. Leave any comments and stuff if it was helpful. And have a good day.